Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I bring to you the 2023 Tesla Model Y. This current version is the performance version. I'd just like to take a minute to thank you guys for viewing this channel, watching my videos, and also subscribing. It means the world because I get to see the type of feedback from you guys and all your comments. Thank you guys so much. Please, if you can, continue to do so. Like, subscribe, and thank you so much. All right, let's get back to this vehicle. So this is the performance version. It comes with the 21-inch rims and tires. You can see this is the one where it's blacked out, and you can see the nice crisp lines coming down the side of the vehicle and down to the hood. Nice aggressive headlights. I'm not sure about the front grill area, but I'm not a big fan of it. You also have more vents on the bottom and your fog light on the side. All in all, this current car, the color is the Midnight Metallic. It looks pretty nice. I do like this color. I might prefer this over the metallic blue. When you get to the back, you have the carbon fiber spoiler that comes only for the performance edition, and the back is a little bit rounded out, which looks better than the previous three with the or the X with the square back. All in all, it looks pretty nice, the performance edition. And you got the typical standard Tesla camera on the side. Very nice looking. Taking a look at the cargo of this vehicle. Looks very spacious. You do have the side storage over here and on this side, and you can also lift up where you got more space that you could put in here. I believe you could fit like 2 carry-on size luggage with decent quality. And you have a decent storage here. You can probably fit 1 big suitcase, or possibly even 2 if you stack them together. I know that if you fold down the rear seats, the rear bench seats, you'll have a total capacity of 76 cubic feet. Not too shabby. Now let's see how this closes. Pretty quick. Let's check out the interior in the front. You have a different door trim over here. You got that extra chrome and wood panel. The suede continues over here with the leather, and you got the bigger speaker on the bottom. Right here you got these leather seats. They're not perforated, but it still feels comfy to the touch. Now let's sit inside. You got the big Tesla logo here with the horn, and also the scroll buttons for your touchscreen. Now this is the same touchscreen as the Model 3, which is a 15-inch touchscreen. What I do like is, you know, the Y still has the levelers or the shifters on the side for the windshield, and also for the gear. Different gear changes for the vehicle. And you have the same dash that continues throughout with the same vents. I believe these are all tri-zone vents. Pretty nice, blowing into the cabin. And the visors are much larger than the Model X. It's curved shape to give this that roundness, and then pretty nice mirror. And then when you come down to the passenger, you got the nice leather seats continuing throughout. And it's the same over here. You got your 2 wireless charging pads. And the thing that's different here is you have 1 storage space here. Normally, you're able to pull this back, the cup holders. They should have another deep storage there, but I guess the performance model doesn't. It's pretty deep. You can store quite a few things in here. And the center console storage is deep as well. You do also have a 12-volt charger over here. And the armrest feels comfortable and is big enough that it won't be a hindrance to your passenger. Now the touchscreen, like I said, it's all the same. You get one touchscreen that controls everything in this car. It's not much different than any of the other models. You can control everything with this one screen. Your steering, your adjusting of your steering, also your mirrors, your fold, your child lock, everything's over here is basically on this touchscreen. All right, you can also watch movies here because they have different other apps here, which is everything's intuitive. All right, it's not much different than the other Teslas. Now let's take a look at the rear of the vehicle. You have the nice leather and suede door panels on the side. Simple, very simple. And you have your speaker with your door controls with your window and your door opening. Now let's get inside. Pretty spacious in the back. Right now I have about a little bit more than 6 inches. Plenty of headroom. Got the nice panoramic roof, typical of your Teslas. The nice reading light there, and obviously your clothes hanger that will come down. Also the seats are leather seats, and they're not perforated. However, it does have a nice feel, and the seats are pretty comfy. You do have your vents in the center over here, 2 right here, and that's about it. Everything else, it feels comfy for a 5-seater. The seats are nice, and the leg room and the glass roof makes it comfortable. Now let's take this out for a spin. Right now I have this at its chill and comfiest setting. I still have to get used to the braking on the Teslas. All right, like I said, this one is a performance. They had 3 different options or trims that you would like to call it. The one is a regular Model Y. And then you have the long range and you have the performance. Now the difference between each other obviously are the price difference and what is equipped in the vehicle. So if you're looking at your standard Model Y, it gives you 279 miles and it's only $36,000. As far as like the long range, that gives you 330 miles. Wow, this is very fast. I just stepped on it. The knockdown was instantaneous. Look at that. Whoa. I like it. I like it. The performance is something different. What I was saying, getting back to what I was saying, the long range is 330 miles, so it'll give you an extra 50 miles, and also it costs only $2,500 more, so it's like 38 and change, 38.6 compared to the 36,100 from the original base. And from there's the performance. So the performance is a little bit over $42,000, and the range for it doesn't really decrease that much. All right, so the range for the the performance is only 303. So it's only a 30 mile difference than the long range. However, there's a couple of features that are different. All right. So for the standard, and the long range, it's all-wheel drive, and it only has either the 19-inch rims or tires and an option of the 20-inch. All right. So, however, the standard only fits 5 passengers. If you want a 7-seater, they do have that capability for the long range version. Now, I do not recommend the 7-seater, as it can be quite crowded, or the space is not enough. You can tell, I can only go off of the Model X, as I had previously driven, and if that was already tight, just imagine how tight this Model Y will be with the 7-seater. Now, I'm pretty sure that 7-seater wasn't meant to be for grown adults to be there for that long of a time. However, if it was for younger kids, probably 10 and under, it'll be perfectly fine for them. But if you're like a grown adult or even a grown teenager, you will not be comfortable sitting in the back for more than an hour. And also, the way to get back into the rear seats, the third row seats, you're going to have to move or shift the entire bench row seating forward just so you can get back, and then push it back. And I'm pretty sure the leg space will not be overly abundant. It'll be tight as possible. And if the Model X, I had to put my leg in the center, you probably have to do the same for the Model Y. And the head clearance, you'll probably be touching the roof and that heated glass. So, and then the difference between that and the performance, the long range and the performance comes with its own standard package. It will give you that lower suspension, the carbon fiber spoiler, and also it's the only one that gives you the 21-inch rim and tires. They do look very nice, as you can see. Now let's test this out over here. Let's change the settings to sport mode and sport, everything sport, and let's see how much it reaches, how quickly it reaches that maybe 80 miles. Let's step on it right now. Whoa, my head just got knocked back into the seats. The performance is there. It's a dual motor. You know, such a powerful force and reaction. Instantaneous pickup, and it gives you this thrill, this performance. Now, this performance, it gives you 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. All right, that's really quick. And also the difference between the long range and the standard range. For the standard range, it'll give you 0 to 60 in 5 seconds, and the long range, it'll give you the 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds. So not too much difference between those two, but you can tell a ton of difference from just this performance version. Now the suspension, you know, is pretty decent. You know, I don't feel too much of the the road. It is there. It's not too stiff. And also the road noise, it's quite decent. You know, it's quite quiet. It's a big improvement. All in all, I think the drive is very comfortable. The maneuvering and handling is responsive and it's quick. This performance version is very nice to drive. The only downside, like I said, it's only the interior. It's all the same. It doesn't look much different from anything. As far as the driving, you still have the left and right cameras when you have your turn signals. The pickup is great on this vehicle, this electric vehicle. Look at that. You can easily change lanes and just get past anybody. Very quick. I quite enjoy this. Although I do wish they have perforated seats. So, other than that, this is a great vehicle to drive. Now, here are my final thoughts. The performance Tesla Y is very fun to drive. It's very quick. The engine, the motor is very powerful. The pickup is insane. It's instantaneous. That's why you love these electric motors, especially from the Tesla. It just picks and goes, and it makes it easier to change lanes and just get past people, or just give you that thrill. All right, like I said, there's 3 options. You can get the standard, which gives you 279 miles, and then that'll be $36,000. You can get the long range for $38,700, and then or you can get the performance for 42 and change. All right, the mileage from the long range is 330 miles, and then the performance is 303 miles. So my final opinion or verdict is, if you are going to get a Model Y, I would say do not get the 7-seater. I don't think it's worth it unless you really have to. You have younger kids and you're only gonna have them, you're gonna have the car just for the kids until like about 10 years old. That is doable. But if you just want and stick with the 5-seater, between these trim, I mean, the performance is not that much expensive. It's a little bit over 42 compared to the long range, $4,000 more. And also the 7-seater, it costs money. I think it's an extra $2,500 just to option out the 7-seater. But like I said, if you have to, you're gonna have to. If you need that space, it is what it is. Just full-grown adults will feel cramped in the back. Other than that, the interior is all the same for the Teslas. Very minimalistic. There's nothing really to go over. It's very bland on the dashboards and everything. The good thing about it, obviously, is the touchscreen. Everything is responsive. Everything, you control everything on the touchscreen. That's something you got to get used to. But the final verdict is, if I was to choose which trim to get, I would go with the long range. It'll give you that. You need that extra 30 miles, especially with the infrastructure now regarding the EVs. 30 extra miles I think is very imperative to get to a charging station, and that's about it. That's a good deal. It's not too expensive. It's still under $40,000. All right. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. I love that you guys always comment. Please comment more. I would love to get back to you, always answer your questions. It's always been thrilling and fun to read your comments. Please like and subscribe. It'll help out my channel. And thank you so much, and I'm out.